Have you ever felt a quiet weight on your shoulders? A subtle heaviness that isn't quite physical, but impacts how you feel day in and day out. It's a feeling many of us experience as we move through life, often without even realizing it. Perhaps it's a nagging thought about something you wish you'd done differently, or a constant pressure to live up to expectations that aren't even your own. This unseen burden can steal your joy, drain your energy, and surprisingly, even affect your physical health, making each day feel a little less vibrant. We carry these things, sometimes for decades, believing they're just part of who we are, or part of getting older. But what if I told you there's a secret to shedding that weight, to unlocking a lighter, happier, and even longer life after 65? It's not about changing who you are, but about gently letting go of things that no longer serve you. In this video, we're going to explore 4 specific things you can release right now that will transform your experience of these golden years. Things that, once you let them go, will open up space for true peace and vitality. Watch to the end for something that will surprise you, a realization that could truly shift your perspective. Let's dive into the first powerful thing you can choose to let go of the lingering burden of past regrets and all those what-ifs. Think about it for a moment. How often do your thoughts drift back to a decision you made years ago? A path you didn't take? Or words you wish you'd said differently? Maybe it's a career opportunity you passed up, a family relationship that drifted apart, or a dream you set aside. These thoughts can play on a loop, creating a quiet hum of sorrow or self-reproach in the background of your mind. They steal moments from your present joy, because a part of you is always looking backward, wishing things were different. It's like trying to drive a car while constantly looking in the rearview mirror. You're bound to miss the beautiful scenery unfolding right in front of you. This isn't just a fleeting feeling. Holding on to regret can actually impact your physical health. Studies have shown that chronic regret can lead to increased stress, higher cortisol levels, and even contribute to issues like high blood pressure and sleep disturbances. Your body feels the emotional weight, even when you try to push it down. So, how do we begin to unburden ourselves from these what-ifs that have become so ingrained? The first step is acknowledging them, not to dwell, but to simply recognize their presence. See them for what they are, stories from the past that you are still carrying. Then, consider a practice of forgiveness, and this often starts with forgiving yourself. You made the best decisions you could with the information, understanding, and emotional capacity you had at that time. Would you judge a younger version of yourself with the wisdom you possess now? Of course not. Extend that same compassion to yourself. Perhaps you wish you'd been more assertive, or kinder, or taken a different risk. Instead of beating yourself up, recognize that every experience, even the painful ones, has shaped you into the wise and resilient person you are today. Those missed opportunities, they paved the way for something else, something you might not even recognize as a gift yet. Another powerful technique is to reframe these past events. Instead of seeing them as failures or losses, view them as lessons. What did that experience teach you about yourself, about others, about life? Did it teach you resilience, the importance of communication, or the value of true friendship when you extract the lesson? The emotional charge of the regret often dissipates. You turn a source of pain into a source of wisdom. This isn't about forgetting or denying your past. It's about transforming your relationship with it. It's about understanding that your past doesn't define your present or your future. You have the power to decide what emotional luggage you continue to carry. Imagine waking up each morning feeling a lightness, unburdened by yesterday's shadows. This isn't an impossible dream. It's a choice you can make right now. Practicing mindfulness can also be incredibly helpful here. Instead of letting your mind wander to past regrets, gently bring yourself back to the present moment. Notice the warmth of your coffee cup, the sound of birds outside, the feel of the carpet beneath your feet. The more you anchor yourself in the now, the less power the past has to pull you away. Letting go of past regrets isn't about being careless. It's about being free. It's about recognizing that the only moment you truly have is this one, and you deserve to experience it fully, unencumbered by the echoes of what once was. It frees up tremendous mental and emotional energy that you can then invest in enjoying your life today. Now, let's talk about the second thing many of us, especially as we get older, find ourselves still clinging to the need to please everyone and maintain what we perceive as a perfect image. For generations, many of us, particularly women, were raised with a strong emphasis on being agreeable, polite, and putting others' needs before our own. This often translated into a lifelong habit of trying to anticipate what others want, saying yes when we really mean no, and sacrificing our own comfort or desires to avoid conflict or disapproval. You might find yourself exhausted after a social gathering because you were constantly performing, trying to ensure everyone else was happy. Or perhaps you're still saying yes to commitments that drain your energy, simply because you feel guilty saying no. This constant people-pleasing isn't just tiring, it's a huge barrier to genuine happiness and personal authenticity. It can make you feel disconnected from your true self, because you're always adapting to fit someone else's mold. Think about the energy it takes to constantly consider how you're being perceived, to filter your opinions, or to go along with something you don't truly enjoy just to maintain harmony. This constant striving for external validation or fear of disapproval can lead to chronic stress, resentment, and even a feeling of being invisible in your own life. It robs you of the unique joy that comes from simply being yourself. So, how do we begin to unravel this deep-seated need to please? It starts with a simple, yet profound, realization. You are enough, exactly as you are, without having to earn anyone's approval. Your worth is inherent. It's not conditional on how much you do for others or how perfectly you present yourself. One of the most powerful steps is learning to set healthy boundaries. This means kindly, but firmly, saying no when you need to. It doesn't make you a bad person. It makes you a person who respects their own time, energy, and well-being. Start small. Perhaps decline an invitation that doesn't genuinely excite you, or suggest an alternative activity that suits your energy levels better. You might be surprised at how understanding people are. And if they're not, that's a valuable piece of information about the nature of that relationship. Another aspect of letting go of the perfect image is embracing your imperfections. After 65, you've lived long enough to know that life isn't always neat and tidy, and neither are people. The most genuine connections are often formed when we allow ourselves to be vulnerable and real, flaws and all. Instead of striving for an impossible ideal of perfection, focus on authenticity. This means speaking your truth respectfully, expressing your genuine opinions, and doing what truly brings you joy, even if it's not what others expect of you. Imagine the relief of stepping into your true self, unburdened by the constant need for external approval. This isn't about becoming selfish. It's about understanding that you cannot pour from an empty cup. When you prioritize your own well-being and authenticity, you actually have more genuine energy and joy to share with the people who truly matter. It allows you to build relationships based on mutual respect and genuine affection, rather than on obligation or performance. It brings a profound sense of inner peace. Moving on to the third thing many of us need to let go of after 65. The fear of slowing down or embracing a different pace. We live in a world that often glorifies being busy, always active, and constantly productive. There's a pervasive myth that if you're not constantly doing something, you're not fully living, or worse, that you're somehow declining. This can lead to a subtle, nagging anxiety that if you rest, if you take a break, if you simply exist without a packed schedule, you're somehow failing or giving in to old age. You might feel guilty for wanting to spend an afternoon reading, or for choosing a quiet walk over a strenuous hike, or simply enjoying the sunshine from your favorite chair. This internal pressure to keep up, to maintain the same pace you had in your 40s or 50s, is not only unrealistic but can be incredibly detrimental to your health and happiness. Your body is wiser now. It knows what it needs, and often, what it needs is a gentler rhythm. Resisting this natural inclination to slow down can lead to chronic fatigue, burnout, and an inability to truly savor the moments that bring you peace. It means you're constantly pushing against your own natural flow, which is exhausting. So, how do we embrace the beauty and wisdom of a more measured pace? It starts with redefining what it means to be productive or active in this stage of life. Productivity doesn't always mean a long to-do list. It can mean cultivating inner peace, fostering meaningful relationships, pursuing hobbies purely for joy, or simply being present in your own life. Activity doesn't always mean intense physical exertion. It can be a gentle stroll, tending to your garden, engaging in a creative pursuit, or enjoying conversation with a loved one. The key is to listen to your body and your inner wisdom. Your body often sends clear signals when it needs rest or a change of pace. Are you feeling fatigued more often? Do you find yourself less enthusiastic about activities that used to energize you? These are not signs of failure. They are gentle nudges to adjust your rhythm. Give yourself permission to prioritize rest and rejuvenation without guilt. This might mean scheduling downtime in your day, saying no to commitments that overextend you, or simply allowing yourself to be without a specific agenda. Explore new ways of engaging with the world that are less about external achievement and more about internal fulfillment. Perhaps pick up a paintbrush, learn a new instrument, delve into genealogy, or simply spend more time in nature observing the world around you. These activities, though seemingly less productive by traditional standards, are deeply nourishing for the soul and mind. They reduce stress, stimulate creativity, and connect you to the simple joys of life. Embracing a slower pace is not about giving up. It's about gaining. You gain deeper presence, greater appreciation for the small things, and a profound sense of inner calm. It's about recognizing that this stage of life offers a unique opportunity to live with intention, to savor each moment, and to nurture your well-being in a way that aligns with your true needs. This shift in mindset can lead to profound improvements in your sleep, your energy levels, and your overall sense of contentment. It's about finding freedom in slowing down, rather than fear. Finally, the fourth crucial thing we need to consider letting go of is the pervasive worry about things we cannot control, especially persistent health anxieties and the uncertainties of the future. As we age, it's natural for thoughts about health to become more prominent. We might worry about potential illnesses, memory loss, or a decline in our physical abilities. And beyond health, there's the future itself, financial security, the well-being of our loved ones, global events. These worries can consume our thoughts, creating a constant hum of anxiety in the background of our minds. It's like carrying a heavy, invisible backpack filled with all the what-ifs that might never happen. This constant state of worry doesn't actually protect us from anything. In fact, it actively harms us. Chronic worry can lead to increased stress hormones, which impact nearly every system in your body, from your cardiovascular health to your immune system and even your digestion. It steals your peace of mind and prevents you from fully engaging with the present moment, which is the only moment you truly have. So, how do we begin to shed this particular burden? The key lies in understanding the difference between concern and worry. Concern leads to action. Worry leads to paralysis. If there's something you can do about a situation, then take action. For example, if you're concerned about your health, you can schedule a doctor's appointment, make healthy lifestyle choices, and follow medical advice. These are productive steps, but once you've done what you can, Continually replaying the worst-case scenarios in your mind is unproductive worry. The first step is to identify what you can control versus what you cannot. You can control your daily habits, what you eat, how much you move, how you manage stress, how you engage your mind. You can't control every single outcome, but you can influence the odds in your favor by taking positive steps. Once you've taken those proactive steps, practice releasing the outcome. This is where acceptance comes in. Acceptance isn't resignation, it's simply acknowledging reality for what it is. Without judgment or resistance, it's accepting that life is inherently uncertain. And that's okay. Focus your energy on what is within your sphere of influence. Another powerful tool is mindfulness. When you find your mind spiraling into worry, gently bring yourself back to the present. Notice your breath, the sensations in your body, the sights and sounds around you. This practice grounds you and prevents your thoughts from running away with you. Consider dedicating a specific worry time each day. Set aside 15 minutes to actively think about your worries. Write them down, and then consciously release them for the rest of the day. This teaches your brain that there's a designated time for worrying, allowing you to be more present at other times for future uncertainties. While you can't control everything, you can make practical preparations where possible, having an updated will, discussing care preferences with family, ensuring your finances are in order. These practical steps can alleviate some of the underlying anxiety, allowing you to trust that you've done what you can. Ultimately, letting go of worry about the uncontrollable is an act of profound self-care. It's about choosing peace over anxiety and trust over fear. It frees up enormous mental and emotional energy that you can redirect towards activities that bring you joy, meaning, and connection. It allows you to live more fully in the present, appreciating the blessings you have today, rather than constantly fearing what tomorrow might bring. This mindset shift is truly transformative for your happiness and overall well-being in these precious years. So, we've talked about letting go of the heavy baggage of past regrets and all those what-ifs, allowing yourself the freedom of a clean slate each day. We explored releasing the relentless need to please everyone and uphold an impossible image, discovering the liberation that comes from simply being your authentic self. We also discussed shedding the fear of slowing down, embracing a wiser, gentler pace that honors your body and soul. And finally, we looked at how freeing it is to let go of the consuming worry about things outside your control, particularly health anxieties and the uncertainties of life. Choosing peace and proactive steps instead. These 4 things, once you begin to gently release them, create a cascade of positive change in your life. You'll find more energy, greater peace, deeper joy, and a profound sense of lightness that truly contributes to living happier and longer. Remember, these aren't one-time actions, but continuous practices, gentle daily choices that build over time. Small changes, consistently applied, truly make a big difference in your health and happiness at any age. Especially now, you've accumulated so much wisdom and experience. Now is the time to apply it to your own well-being and truly enjoy the fruits of your life. We'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences. What's one thing you're ready to let go of to live a happier, more fulfilling life? Share your insights in the comments below, because your journey can inspire others. If this video resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more helpful content designed to empower you in living your best life. Your support helps us reach more people who can benefit from these messages. Thank you for spending this time with us. Go out there and live your best life at every age.